back to the Knitted by Whitney YouTube channel. I figured it was about time for another pattern roundup video, and I'm feeling particularly saucy with today's pattern roundup because I will be sharing my top 20 sexy size-inclusive patterns. I have been wanting to switch up a bit what I've been working on in my knitting. I've been wanting to make more sexy pieces. I don't actually have, I don't think, any pieces in my wardrobe knit-wise that show a little skin or are really form-fitted or anything that makes me feel sexy. And I want some. And I thought you probably want some too, because sexy has no size limit. And as you'll see with some of these patterns, some of the patterns don't have size limits either. And I'm very, very excited about that, especially because some of these patterns dip into the lingerie category. It's officially July as of the time of recording, and we are fully into summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. And it's getting hot. If you hear background noise, it's because I have my heat pump running because it's way too warm to have that thing turned off. So if you hear background noise, I do apologize. But I am now in the mindset that I want to take off those layers, get into my shorts, wear sleeveless tops. And I think I saw Knitting Tipsy post in her stories the other day a meme that said, "Stop complaining about the heat, dress slutty, and get out and enjoy summer." And that kind of sparked the idea in my head of, yeah, let's look at some sexy knits and find out which ones are size inclusive and put them all together in a list for all of you. So before we get into these patterns, I just want to put a little disclaimer here that sexy means something different to everybody, and what I consider sexy might be different than what you consider sexy. It doesn't need to be super revealing. It doesn't need to be super tight, but that's kind of what I've gone for with the vibe of these patterns. These patterns are ones that I feel really encompass your body and make showing off your body a pivotal part of the piece. And I really love that because to me, feeling sexy is just feeling really comfortable in your skin and feeling comfortable with showing off your confidence. These are confident knits, and really, you don't have to be the best body out there to wear these patterns. They look stunning on a huge variety of body types. For almost every single one of the patterns on this list, there is at least one plus size person who has showed off a photo of them wearing the piece, and I absolutely love that. I am all for larger bodies showing more of their bodies. I am a larger person too. I am a fat person, and I'm getting more and more comfortable with showing more of my skin, and I really feel like that's given me a lot of confidence, feeling that desire to want to showcase my body in tight knits, more revealing knits, and I'm really embracing that power. So that's what I love about these patterns. But if that is not you, totally respect that, totally understand. But I did want to sort of touch on this a little bit before I got into the list. Now let's get into these patterns, shall we? The first pattern on my list is the Cordelia Bando. And I find it funny that it's called a bandeau because I think this is very reminiscent of a corset, and that is why I love this pattern. I would probably wear this one more as a corset, and yes, if you are larger chested like myself, it might be tricky to have the right support, but this is a very negative eased pattern, so it's really gonna hold you in. But also, I would love to add straps to this because I'm large chested enough that I don't feel comfortable wearing things that have no straps. I need some support up on my shoulders to hold things up. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's also nothing wrong with modifying a pattern to make it suit your style more than it was originally. So for this one, I would definitely do some cute little straps to hide my bra straps, but I really would lean into the almost Regency vibe to this because it's not like a full length corset, it's a cropped corset, which is more in line with what undergarments looked like in the Regency period. So think Bridgerton, and we all know how steamy Bridgerton is. this is something that I think would really suit that particular style, and oh, I want to make it. The next pattern on my list is the Catalonia Crop Top by Claire Jackson of Perfectly Knotted. This is a backless top, and I think I'm converted to being able to wear a top without a bra, because I chatted with one of the testers of this piece who is a larger person like myself, and they told me that the top is so well fitted because it uses custom sizing, because it uses a lot of negative ease, that you feel really secure in that top. And I am so intrigued. And just imagine being able to go braless in this top. I just think that's a dream for me, because I don't often go braless, but I'm so intrigued by the claims that this is super supportive as a larger chested person, and I really want to make it. I don't think I have time this summer, so this might be a summer 2025 project, but I am so excited to give this a go. The next pattern on my list, how could I do a list of sexy knits without including one of my favorite sexy people, Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy and her boobiful bralette. Now, Chelsea is a Florida girl, and this is a Florida girl pattern. It is so sexy. I love that there are options for how much or how little boobage you would like to show off. The option that I've shown you here has the two triangles meeting in the center of the top, but you could have them slightly crossed over, you could have them further apart, whatever you feel comfortable showing off. And this one also has the fun style of just being tied in the back, so that allows you to really cinch things in, have that really good negative ease fit in order to feel really secure and really supported. And who doesn't love some silky, smooth, viscosy type yarn? I'm pretty sure Chelsea used Trubu to make hers, and I love Trubu. I know it's one that people have a love-hate relationship with because it usually grows like mad, but imagine feeling that really soft, silky yarn. This is Trubu that I'm wearing right now, by the way. Imagine feeling that just holding you in tight, and I love the ruffle at the bottom. I just really feel like that's almost harkening back to the late 90s, early 2000s cool girl chic, and I'm here for it. If back ties aren't your thing, but front ties are, my next pattern is the Risky Business Top by Shanna K. Salmon. And this is one that, again, gives me corset vibes. Although this time, you're tying things in the front. And I feel like this is very much a new Gen Z or Gen Z style of clothing, where you're just wearing clothing that gives you freedom. And I really love that. But I also love that you could put your ties in very strategic places to give you good support, including the one in the middle that probably goes right beneath your bust line. At least that's what it looks like from the photos. But I also love that it does give you those nice wide straps if you do want to hide a bra strap, and you could tie your ties in a way that you're kind of disguising the middle part of your bra, or just embrace it and wear a really fun, colorful bra that makes you feel empowered and give a little peek about it. So I really love this pattern for that reason. The next pattern on my list is the Boardwalk Tank by Brianna Lupino of the Little Wolf Knits. Now, the Little Wolf Knits is a relatively newer designer to me, but I have been ogling her designs because she does such beautiful shaping with her designs. And you can really tell that looking at the side of this design. Right along underneath that one strap side, I just see all those little increases and decreases, giving you that ultimately perfect fit. And I am so in love with it. I think having really perfect shaping in a piece is what's going to make it really stand out as something that you can feel very confident in, something that's a little sexy, definitely would give you really good support. And I'm seeing more and more of that now, and I'm really happy to see it. So I know one shoulder designs are not for everyone, but with this one, I particularly like that the one shoulder design, when it comes to the side without a strap, it is still snug to the body. It's still up nice and high so that if you're wearing a strapless bra, you're disguising that underneath your top. You don't see that at all. And I feel like this is a top that I would feel comfortable maybe going braless because it looks like it has so much support, and I really feel like it would fit you like a glove. The next pattern on my list is the Summer Sweetheart Tank by Claire Jackson of Perfectly Knotted. I am a sucker for a sweetheart neckline. It's one of my favorite styles to wear, and I really love how it looks on my body type. But what I also love about it, and particularly about this tank top, is because of the custom sizing, you are going to be able to create an item for your body that is really going to highlight your shape and highlight your figure, and I love that. It's really surprising how easy a sweetheart neckline is to do in knitting, and how big of a difference it makes in the way your piece fits your bust. It's something that is super simple and creates a great effect. I now have a cat on my lap, and if you see or hear him, I do apologize. He won't leave my lap. I'm more concerned about his purring being caught on the mic more than my talking will be. But let's resume these patterns. The next pattern on my list is Contra by Caledonia Dreamin', and this is one that is high up on my list of things that I want to knit. I love it because it totally gives me more like historical undergarment styling. I adore the little shell stitch detail that is created using crochet, but this is a very simplified type of crochet. I had my best friend do this on my wedding cardigan, and she is a very beginner crocheter, and she said it was really simple and it creates this beautiful effect. But what I also love about this pattern is that it also has these beautiful lines of what looks like slipped stitches. So it's almost creating this sort of knit version of, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but there are chemises that have a section of cotton and then a little tiny strip of tiny lace, and then another wide strip of cotton, skinny strip of lace, cotton lace, you get the idea. But I love the look of that material, and I love that you can sort of copycat that with this knit pattern. So I love what this represents to me as like that kind of Edwardian undergarment style, but I also feel like it's this really sexy, really romantic looking tank top. And I also love that shell stitch detail on the sides of the straps make your straps a little wider, so you definitely have more coverage if you're wearing a bra. The cat has left my lap now, so let's continue looking at patterns. The next one on my list is the Thine Own top by Tamara Jordan. I'm not quite sure how she pronounces it, but this is another one that really evokes historical lingerie, and this one particularly looks corset-like. And with the amount of sizing and customizing in this pattern, it's going to fit you as well as a corset would. But I also love that this one has customized options for the straps or no straps if you would prefer no straps, because this one features eyelet stitches along the top of the piece as well as on these optional straps that you can knit where you feed a ribbon through it, and that ribbon, because it has no stretch to it, is really going to hold things securely along the top as well as along the straps. So they're garter stitch straps, which they look perfect for the style of this garment, but the designer has also taken into account that you might want something that is a little sturdier than garter stitch, which tends to stretch a lot. So she added the little bits of ribbon, and I just think the finished look is so cute. It's so sexy, and I really love how fitted this garment is. And there's also that really cute little folded picot bind off at the bottom of the top, which I think is such a lovely detail. Really gives it another bit of oomph. Speaking of customizable tops, my next pattern is the Juno top by Inez Oliveira. And I really love this top. This is an off-the-shoulder option, which has 4 different modifications, I think. There is the version that I've shown, which has short sleeves and a little picot hem along the top. There is a 3/4 length sleeve and no picot hem. There is a bandeau version, and I think there's also either a tank top or a t-shirt version. So lots of options with this pattern, and I really love that you could pick and choose which one works best for you. I know me personally, I love the look of an off-the-shoulder outfit. It's something that I don't do very often simply because I'm always wearing a bra with straps, but this is the type of pattern that I would endure a strapless bra to get this really sexy look, because I feel like I often forget how sexy a bare shoulder really is, and it's something that I really love the look of. Now, if you're looking for something a little more alternative with a sexy knit, the next pattern is the Hardly Harness by Lydia Morrow. This is something that I don't know if it's something that I would wear, but the more that I see people wear it, the more I think, I love that. That looks so cool. It looks so edgy. You can have a lot of fun with this piece too, because this piece, even though the version that I've shown on the screen right now has nothing on it, a lot of people who make this pattern do duplicate stitch in order to embroider fun words across it. I think my favorite one that I've seen was Lydia's herself that says bad wife. And I just think that's really funny, especially considering like this is more of like an alternative style piece. And it's something that like, I don't think I would know quite how to style it, but I've seen some really great ways, and it just makes me want to be a little edgier and a little more experimental with what I wear. So I thought this would be a great option to include in this list of patterns. The next pattern on my list is the Pizo top by Ginkgo Bee. This one is really fun. There are 2 different options, and you could wear them both forwards and backwards. So the one that I've shown here is the 2-color version that features the wider ties. There's also a single color version that has I-cord ties. And if you're worried about trying to hide the back of your bra with this particular top, fear not. The best way to do it is to actually tie it around your bra strap, so you're essentially hiding your bra strap in the tie of the top. I learned that trick from a friend of mine who had to wear a dress that tied at the back, and she, like me, also likes to always wear a bra. But I love this option because it really feels super summery. It's something that like I can totally see as like part of a beach outfit. Maybe you're wearing it with like really wide leg linen pants and sandals. It's a great sort of like I'm going out for brunch type of look. I do love it tied in the front, but my preference is tied in the back simply because I love having that sort of typical front and then you turn around and bam, there's drama in the back. I just think that's a really fun look, and I particularly love that style. If you're looking for more of a sexy layering piece, check out the Look at Me Leo top by Disco Stitch. This one is a really fun tied bolero, and again, similar to the Pizo top, if you want to wear this with just a bra underneath, you can hide your bra by tying the straps around it. If not, feel totally free to wear it over something else. Immediately what comes to mind is a bikini top or a bralette, something that's already cropped, but you could also wear it over a tank top or a t-shirt, maybe even a dress. Like there's lots of options for this top, and I really feel like it would be a fun layering piece to have in your wardrobe. The last top that I have on my list is the Ofilia blouse by Tamara Jordan. I love this top because take a look at that and tell me you don't see Buffy wearing that. This is a totally Buffy Summers top, and I can totally picture it from when I was growing up in the late 90s and early 2000s. Like, this was our style, and well, maybe not mine, because I don't think I was wearing stuff like this when I was growing up, but it is something that I would really want to wear now that I am an adult and we're having a bit of 90s nostalgia resurge. Love that. Don't love all of the stuff that's coming back, but I love this. But what I really love about this is that It's a way of feeling both sexy and delicate because it really has a beautiful detail with that lace going along the V-neck and then coming straight down. Now, if the open style with the buttons is not your jam, fear not, because Tamara is currently testing a t-shirt version of this that is all one piece and it's not open. So that will be coming soon. I don't quite know when, but until it is, check out the Ofilia blouse because this one is so cute. Moving on from some tops, my next pattern on my list is the Seashore skirt by Brianna Lupino of the Little Wolf Knits. This just screams flirty little skirt to me. This is something that I can totally see wearing for going out or for like a really great summer outfit. I just love it. And I love particularly the shaping. It really hugs the body, comes down as this like cute little mini pencil skirt, and then flares out in this really cute ruffled hem. I just love it, and I feel like it's really fun, flirty, and sexy. If the mini is a little too short for you though, fear not, you can always lengthen it and make it a little bit longer for your comfort level. The next pattern on my list is the Red Rocks split skirt by Amanda Lee. This one is so cute. I really love the shaping of the body, and I particularly love that really nice slit. This one is really customizable though, because you could always make that slit shorter. You could put it somewhere else in the length of the skirt if you want. Maybe you want a back slit instead of a front slit. Maybe you want two side slits. You could totally do that too. And you could always make it a little longer if the length doesn't work for you, or you could even make it shorter. There's lots of options, but I really love that this one hugs the body really nicely and it looks like such a great fit. Now we're moving on into a few lingerie pieces. The first of which is the Nurture bralette by Celine Phaeton. There are a ton of bralettes out there now, but I love this one in particular because of the perfect fit of the cups of the bralette. I have seen this on a variety of body types, and every single one of them has a perfect fit. And I really feel like that's down to the shaping of the cups. This is a pattern that I am so intrigued by, I would love to make, and I'm so curious if it would work as a very supportive bra for myself, because I'm really picky when it comes to bralettes, both store-bought and knit. And this is one of those ones that I'm just so curious about and I really want to try. But I really love that it has a lot of detail to it as well. It's not just meant for function, it's also meant for the look, for the style, for the beauty of it. It really kind of harnesses that self-confidence of a sexy knit, and it shows that what you're making, especially if it's an intimate piece, it's really for you as the wearer. It's not for anybody else. It's for you to feel sexy and to feel beautiful and confident. And that's what makes me love this pattern so much. Now, if the Nurture bralette is getting you excited about knitted lingerie, take a look at the AFR Teddy by Kate Garden of Mezzo Makes. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a steamy, sexy knit. And it looks stunning on every single body that I have seen this on. And I have seen this on a variety of bodies. It is so sexy. I love how this fits each and every one of the people who have made it. And that is down to the fact that it is a customizable knit. It's something that is going to take a bit of math, a bit of effort, but in the end, you're going to get this beautiful piece of lingerie that you have knitted yourself and that fits you to a T. It's definitely something that you could wear outside of the bedroom as well. I know I've seen at least one person style it kind of like a bodysuit, and I love that idea. I also love that there are a lot of options for customizing this piece. The pattern sample shows these really wide straps, but I've also seen options where you create really skinny straps. You could also do a halter style if that's more up your alley. There's these cute little hip ruffles. You could add a picot edging to the neckline. There are so many ways to customize this to really suit you and what makes you feel sexy. And that's why I love this pattern. Now, if you want to make yourself something just as sexy as lingerie, but you want to be able to wear it out more, you could always knit yourself a bikini. Yes, I said knit a bikini. I'm talking about the Florida Babe Bikini by Knitting Tipsy. This is one that features a customizable top to give you a really great fit for your bust and really cute little side tie bikini bottoms. I love that Knitting Tipsy has created a pattern that fits so many beautiful body types. This is one that even on the larger testers that I have seen, it looks gorgeous. Everyone who wears it looks super confident, beautiful, and if you use the right yarn and the right accessories to it, it's actually super easy to wear in the water. Now, I think Chelsea has done a YouTube video of the different yarns that she's used to knit and crochet her bikinis, so I will link that down below. And if you're not following her on YouTube, I highly recommend it. She has all kinds of really fun videos, but I will definitely link down below her bikini yarns video in case you would like to make the Florida Babe bikini. The second last pattern on my list is a set of 2 patterns. It is the Brighton Tank and Brighton Shorts, both by Julie Robinson. I love this little pajama set because this is the style of pajamas that I love to wear in the summer months. I have always loved a little cami and shorts. There's something about that that just makes me feel sexy and flirty and super, super cute. Now, this one I particularly like because, I don't know about you, but a lot of camis come down really, really low, and when I'm sleeping and things are moving around, I don't particularly like that. I prefer to have more higher neck options at nighttime just because I don't want to wake up and everything is out of place, if you know what I mean. So I love that this one comes up a little higher. I feel like that is more suitable for my tossing and turning style of sleeping. But I also love this little lace detail along the hem of both the cami and the shorts. And if you take a look at the back of the cami, which I'll put a picture of up here, I really love that decorative panel in the back that works to also cinch it in as well. It's just a beautiful detail, and I really feel like it gives this pattern a big extra oomph. And it's something that I really want to make. The last pattern on my list is the Dirty Dancing Dress by Brittany Schumacher. This is one sexy dress. Now, there are quite a few dresses out there, not all of them size inclusive, and honestly, it's hard to find a sexy dress that is size inclusive, but this one hits the mark for me. That gorgeous open back, which after the testing period, Brittany added those straps across to make it stay together in the back because it was such a low back. That is really sexy, and I love that this is something that if you're not comfortable wearing something that is so open backed, there have been other examples where people have styled it over other items and it looks super cool. So I've seen it styled over a button-up shirt, which is one of my favorite ways that it's styled, but you could also maybe wear something over it as well to hide the full open back, especially if you're going from work to date night. It's a great option to sort of play around with the styling. But I really love that this is a made-to-measure pattern that is going to allow you to make it perfectly formed to your body. It's so sexy, and it really suits everybody who has made it. I really, really love it. And it's something that, it's just one of those like stop and stare kind of dresses. It's so sexy. And that wraps up my list of my top 20 size-inclusive sexy knits. I had so much fun putting this list together, and I really hope that you found something that you liked on this list as well. If you know someone else who might appreciate this video and find something that they might like in this list, please send it their way. I've added a new link to my description box below. Putting together these pattern roundup videos is a lot of work. It's something that I love to do. I love to go looking for patterns and putting together these lists, But it takes a lot of time to go searching. It takes a lot of time to edit these videos, to get all the thumbnails and everything. And if you feel like giving me a little bit of a tip, I've included a link to my Ravelry wish list where you could buy me a pattern from my wish list if you so desire. There is no pressure to. I just wanted to have it there to offer to people. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. While you're here, it would help my channel if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified about any new videos I have coming out. I mainly do podcast episodes and pattern roundups such as this, but I also have a few other special videos on my channel. I am getting very, very close to a big number that is really, really cool to me. So if you would subscribe and maybe share this video with someone that you think might also want to subscribe to my channel, I would really, really appreciate it. I hope you all take care and happy knitting!